Hello everybody, it's Chibi, and today I want to be doing a manga chapter review of Boku no Hero Chapter 5. Oh, I am so happy this manga is getting translated fast. Oh my god. It's currently at like 12 chapters right now, and this is chapter 5. Only 5 chapters are translated, but still, at the very least, it's getting translated freaking fast, because usually these type of series take freaking months. Thank God. Thank you so much to translating teams that are currently working on this. I'm just so happy. I am so happy I get to read this series because I am really enjoying Boku no Hero. Chapter 5, once again, shows me why this series has a lot of potential. Now, I did a first impressions about like a week back, so I recommend go checking that out first. I'll probably have it linked somewhere on the screen here for you to check it out for yourself because I don't want to spoil the events of this chapter to any newcomers to Boku no Hero. So anyways, moving on to Chapter 5 and talking about it. So with this chapter, pretty much we get to see the first look of the school that our main male character was trying to get into. Izuku actually gets to meet his fellow classmates and he gets to meet his homeroom teacher. Now, my first impressions of this homeroom teacher is pretty freaking epic. Aizawa as a homeroom teacher definitely took me aback. For one thing, he's a very laid back and he looks like a bum type teacher. Like, he's a laid back teacher and he looks like a bum or a hobo, but he seems like a very kind-hearted teacher, most likely way down the road. I'm willing to bet that Aizawa is going to become a very badass character way down the road, because from this chapter, it reminds me a lot of different elements of like Kakashi. For instance, Kakashi from Naruto, Aizawa's reminding me a lot with his attitude, especially with how he's like training everybody and how he's willing to expel everybody from his classroom if they score last. For instance, in this chapter, there's a major conflict that is brought up to our main male character. Izuku, as we know, just recently got his powers from All Might, and he really cannot control his powers whatsoever. I mean, he can either go fully in and bust his body up with his sheer out strength, or he doesn't try at all. That's the only options that are currently available to him when he uses All Might's power. And so he's in a bad situation at the moment because the current class, the teacher, like the homeroom teachers from what we learn, can do whatever they want with their students. For instance, they can force you to have PE all day, as I can see. Like, they can force you to run, sit up, squats, run across the field, whatever they want you to do. They can make whatever they want happen, pretty much. Like, they can set their own course and curriculum for their students. And so with this, the homeroom teacher, Aizawa, states, like, whoever is in last place will be expelled. And as we know, out of all the characters from the heroes and stuff, we know for a fact our main male character, Izuku, is not the strongest. I mean, he has an amazing power, All Might's power, but he does not know how to control it. So at the moment, he's in a bad situation because if he fails, he will get expelled. And from the background we got from Aizawa when All Might was looking him up as a homeroom teacher, he supposedly has expelled 154 fucking students. Oh my god. He's expelled that many students. Like I said, it reminds me a lot of Kakashi a little bit. It really does, from the earlier days of Naruto. Now, besides that entire aspect, the artwork of the chapter looked really nice. Once again, I have to compliment where the artwork is due. I enjoy the art style of this manga. Of course, you know, if you don't like the art style, it's very subjective, depending if you like the art or not. But personally, in my eyes, I love the art and it looks nice. I love the comic book type feel when it comes to the art style. So, besides the entire bit of the teacher of Aizawa setting up to where he's forcing everybody to show and demonstrate their power in the different, you know, I'm guessing gym class or PE type training, you have it to where we find out All Might talks to our main male character, Izuku, and says, like, you did not get into the school because of your connections with me. And that really makes my overall impressions of All Might and Izuku a lot more higher, because usually in a series, the real reason why a character gets in certain positions to where they're really strong or high in status and power is because of their connections. But what we learn is All Might did not, you know, tell anybody in the school that, you know, Izuku was trying to get into that he gave him his power, All Might's power. So pretty much, I like that. I like that so far. It makes it to where, you know, Izuku's on a level ground with everybody else. He's not in a higher status than any other character. He is just a student that is trying to work up his rating as a hero. Now, one thing I will say It would be really cool, which I know for a fact it would never happen, but it's just, food for thought. It's hypothetical. It would be pretty cool if, like, the mangaka of One Punch Man decided to make, like, a spin-off or parody of this series. Because, I mean, couldn't you see One Punch Man or Saitama actually in this series? I mean, think about that for a second. Imagine if Saitama was in this series, or at the very least, one, like, chapter, or special chapter. How badass would that be? One Punch Man comes in and, like, fights All Might or something. Oh my fucking god, that'd be badass. But, like I said, it's hypothetical. I mean, of course, it's never gonna happen, but it'd be pretty cool, since the similarities of Boku no Hero and, One Punch Man are very similar, actually. It really is. Now, besides that chapter, that's pretty much the chapter. Good chapter. If I had to rate the chapter, an 8 out of 10. It was a decent chapter. Go read it if you yet to read it. And I love you all so much. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. And hopefully, the next chapter, Chapter 6, gets translated very fast. I really want to keep up to date with this series. I hope the translators continue to pump out the chapters, at the very least, a chapter a week. I really want this series to continue on going. Hopefully it doesn't get canceled. So anyways, everybody be safe. Chibi out.